Good morning, everybody. Good morning and welcome. How's everyone today? Hello, hello. Welcome back. I say that because today I am returning from my day off yesterday, and it is time for a full week of streaming starting today. Well, 6+ days, right? 6 days of straight streaming here, consecutive, non-stop fun gaming streams for everybody to end the year. Because today is December 30th, 2020, and we are very, very eagerly counting down the moments until this year ends. What a year it has been. What a pile of shit, right? And I don't think anyone's going to disagree if you were to say this year was pretty disappointing and did not live up to any kind of positive expectations for most people. Particularly, let's say that COVID is probably the main reason why everything went to shit this year. Although, there are many other things that went wrong as well. For me, as I say, it was a mixed bag. Because some things for me were very good and others were very bad. So, we are heading into the end. Only today and tomorrow. And then we're into a new year. Right? Excited for that. Excited for the possibilities. Excited for the future. As they say. As I say with a ginormous yawn. Oh, man. So, welcome back, everyone. Alright? Welcome. Yesterday was my day off. It was a very fun day, but a very tiring day. Because the week before, my wife and I had opted not to go out on our day off because of the Christmas, festivities, the holiday. We knew it was going to be super busy out there with so many people out shopping. So last week we didn't do anything, and this week we kind of had to double up on everything we were doing. And it was pretty busy. We were flying here, there, and everywhere. We didn't even get to do all the stuff we wanted to do because time did not permit. Time did not permit. Between me grocery shopping and then we ordered some food in, and the food took forever. I want to talk about it. Well, I guess I could talk about it. One thing that I can say is during this pandemic, the ordering of food, we order out once a week to have food delivered to the house because you can't eat out anymore. Because of the pandemic, all the restaurants are closed for indoor dining. So we order out once a week, and man, is it hit or miss when it comes to food delivery. Seriously. Like, sometimes you order and you have no problems whatsoever. The food will show up right away, fresh, delivered to your doorstep. Boom, no problems. Amazing. Excellent. And then sometimes you order food and the person delivering it is a complete fucking buffoon. And they drive in circles. They can't find the place. They don't listen to instructions. In particular, we live in a private community, so you can't just drive in. You have to you have to arrive from this street because there's a front gate. Instructions on how to access, to get through that gate, and then come to deliver the food. And it's funny because every time we order food, which is typically, like I said, once a week, we give the exact same instructions to every single person who's delivering the food. Now, for those of you who don't know, all of these food delivery services, Uber Eats, DoorDash, what's the other one? There's 3 of them. They all do not have full-time employees. What they have is they have what are considered contracted people in a gig economy. The people who they give these jobs have 0 qualification, 0 skill, and 0 responsibility. Really what it is they get given a delivery, go do it. If they do it well and you rate them well, they'll get more deliveries. If they do it poorly and you rate them poorly, they'll get less deliveries or none. Okay? So, it's basically kind of like you need absolutely no qualifications or info at all. You can just get a job. That's what these jobs are. Alright? And holy crap does it show. Because, like I said, some people, they will deliver the food right away. Perfect, oh my God, he's showed up so quickly. Perfect, right on my doorstep, ready to go. And then other times, it's like pulling teeth. I'd say it's about 50-50. Really, it's about 50-50. Some of these people are very smart. They need to work. They read, they listen, and it's very grateful. And by the way, every single time that I get food delivered properly, I give a great rating because these people deserve it. And I also tip pretty decently whenever I order the food delivery because these people need the work, okay? You got to realize a lot of these people probably lost their jobs during the whole pandemic. And this is the way of them filling in the gaps, trying to get some income since they can't do their old jobs, okay? But, oh my God, I swear to God, some of these people, it's like, so you give them instructions. They completely ignore them, don't read them, which is hilarious. It's like, you have a job where all you need to do is get the food to someone right away. Why would you ignore the instructions given to you on how to deliver the food right away? You know if you don't deliver it quickly, you're going to get a bad rating. So why not take the extra 5 seconds to read the instructions provided? A lot of these people just don't care. What it is, they have GPS in their phone, and they just use the GPS. I couldn't tell you how many people end up calling or texting me saying, I don't understand, I can't find your place. It's like, did you read the instructions? What instructions? The instructions that come with you? You know, they're given to you when the order went through. Oh, I never read those. Oh, well, that's because you're an idiot. I mean, what else can I say? You're stupid. Some people, and I'm not exaggerating either, some people can't read. They'll call you, and you'll answer the phone and be like, well, did you read the instructions? They're like, oh, I can't see those. What do you mean you can't see those? Just tell them to me now over the phone. It's like, what? They actually can't read. So you have to tell them verbally over the phone, even though you gave them the instructions ahead of time. It's like, oh my God. But anyway, I digress. I just wanted to vent a little bit about this because it's pretty funny how different an experience you can have. Like there was one time, it was a few weeks ago, that I had come home and I was chopping peppers, red peppers, for our food for the week. We'd come home from the grocery store and I ordered out food. This motherfucker called me 7 times. 7 times to find my place. We didn't want to read any instructions. I don't even think the guy had GPS. I have pepper juice all over my fucking hands and shit. He called me 7 times to figure out how to deliver the food. What kind of a rating do you think I left that guy? At the same time, like I said, some of them are great. Some of these people are amazing. They get the food there right away. So it's so weird, this whole gig economy thing. You know, I've never taken an Uber or anything like that. So this year was my first experience with the gig economy and seeing completely unskilled workers being given work and seeing the insane difference between people. Pretty nuts. And by the way, I should say this too. It has nothing to do with the gender or the nationality of the person, because you get it, basically they tell you the name of the person, and sometimes you can try to guess. It doesn't matter. Some people, it has nothing to do with that, because there's some people who will be biased idiots and be like, oh, well, if they came from this certain group or whatever, then they don't know what they're doing. It's completely false. It really has to do with the skill of the individual. Everyone's completely different. And some of these people know exactly what they're doing, and they do a great job, and other people do a terrible job, and it doesn't matter what race or creed or gender they are. That's bullshit. People are very bigoted. I've seen shit online like that. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You actually think that because the skin color of the person is going to determine if they can fucking deliver your food? Were you an asshole? I've seen shit like that. I hate those people. But anyway, it's definitely been an interesting experience this year, ordering food about once a week and seeing the complete difference in service that you get. Of course, you get charged the same no matter what. That's the other thing, too. So you'll always get charged the delivery fee. It's like, well, one week I get outstanding service. I feel great about paying that fee because, wow, I got the food right away and it was warm and everything's good. And then another week you wait 45 fucking minutes on top of when it was supposed to show up because the person drove in circles, got lost twice, had to call you 7 times to deliver the food, and the food shows up ice cold. Do I really think I should even pay a fee for that? Of course you don't, right? So, I don't know, man. It's been an interesting year. But anyway, I think we're all ready for this year to be over. Right? We all want to move forward positively. We all want 2021 to hit as soon as possible so we can focus on good, positive stuff. I'm very happy that this year I've been able to provide streams for you guys with pretty much no interruption or problem. It has not been an issue for me to continue to provide you with my streams. Thank God, you know. And I'm happy that a lot of people have reached out to me and said, thank you so much for providing entertainment at a time when entertainment was scarce because our real lives were really annoying us. It's been my pleasure. I absolutely love streaming. You guys know that. You guys know I love being here every day for you guys. Regardless of what game we're playing. I'll be honest today. We're playing Cyberpunk, and it's like, I don't know. Like, I could basically finish the game today. I was told there's 3 hours of story left. But there may be some more meaningful side content that's actually worth playing. So I'm going to at least do some side content today and see if we can find anything good worth doing. But I really don't have much more confidence or faith that we're going to get much more out of this game than we have. But at this point, we're about 30 hours in. And I'd say out of the 30 hours, probably about 5 hours I liked. I'm serious. Like, it's that scarce of a deal with this game. Like, I just don't feel like there's much to it. The story is kind of meh. The gameplay is meh. And it's definitely an unfinished game. Maybe if the game did operate better and had way less problems, way less bugs, maybe I would like it more. But, for me, it's just kind of like, meh. I don't think, besides that one stream where we sat down and there was a lot of great side content with the 2 investigation side missions, I don't think there's been anything in this game that's blown me away at all. It just kind of feels like, okay, the one unique thing about the game is the world design. Oh, it's a future where everything's cybernetic, everything's been over commercialized, and everything's neon. Holy shit, is everything neon? But outside of that, like, tell me one thing about this game that's kind of original or interesting, and I don't know if I could even do that. It really is like a huge disappointment, especially for the amount of hype that was built up for it. This game does not deliver on any of the promises that CD Projekt Red, built up for it. I mean, talk about overpromise and underdeliver. I think this game will forever stand the poster boy for that. And again, it's hilarious because I read people online praising the game. Oh, it's so good. They actually praised the fucking side mission with the guy who wanted to crucify himself. Oh, it's such a good side mission. It's amazing. I'm like, what are you, fucking idiot? The mission was so dumb. None of it made any sense. Yes, I'm really sure that the police would allow this guy to do whatever he wanted, drive him around like his chauffeur, let him pay people to do weird shit to him so they can make a brain dance video to sell for big profits and allow him to crucify himself. Oh, it just makes total sense. It's just such a great mission. It's totally not a shock value, poorly written mission so that idiots will just fucking talk about it on the internet because they're dumb. No, it's totally revolutionary stuff, man. It is what I mean. Like, the game is just stupid in that way. It has a lot of stuff in that doesn't make any sense, or they just explanation is that it's the future and it's really weird how stuff works in the future, bro. Oh, okay, bro. It really is like the ultimate bro game. It's like you have to melt your own brain under, like, you have to caramelize your brain with a blowtorch, and then maybe you'll understand it or care about it. But for someone who actually likes intelligent content, this game ain't it, man. This game is just like, ugh. So anyway, with Cyberpunk as the main focus today, I just want to say thank you guys who tune in no matter what I play, because I understand that some of these games ain't so great. I mean, it's funny because I'm playing Cyberpunk, but I'm also playing Yakuza 7 and I'm playing Assassin's Creed. And I'll say, in direct comparison, my God, do those games look so much better than Cyberpunk. Seriously. And even Assassin's Creed, don't get me wrong, it has a lot of bugs and shit. It does, but, dude, the plot of Assassin's Creed is like 10 times better than fucking Cyberpunk, in my opinion. Like, really, Cyberpunk is just such a bad game. And I don't want, the thing is, some people would tell me to rush through. Oh, I should just rush through it and finish it. Yeah, but I did pay for it, and they refused to give me a refund. So, I do want to see at least if there's any more meaningful side content, because honestly, I feel like I got more out of some of the side content than I did out of the plot. I think the main plot of the game is kind of shitty, When Johnny Silverhand first showed up, I thought the plot would be interesting, and then it just went all downhill from there. Seriously. So anyway, thank you for a great year of streaming. If anything, the one positive about 2020 for me has been the streams. We had a lot of fun together, hanging out, having a good time, and enjoying the streams no matter what game I played. And you guys supported the efforts. Anything you showed me this year. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to wake up. You showed me this year that no matter what hardship we come across or whatever crap is in our way, that you're still going to support what I do here. You know? And I appreciate that very much. I do. So, as we count down the final hours of 2020, I just want to say thank you guys for hanging out with me every day, whenever you could, or, of course, watching this stuff on demand on YouTube as well. I'm well aware that many of you watch this pre-stream on YouTube, that many of you watch all my content on YouTube exclusively because you can't be here for the live streams, and I appreciate that form of support as well. Okay? All right. So, let's talk. Let us talk about what we're going to be doing today on my return stream. So, first of all, as I've already mentioned, yes, it is Cyberpunk 2077 on this first stream. I'm just so thrilled and excited to be playing it, you know. Listen, I understand I'm a variety streamer. Sometimes I get disappointed that I am doing a variety of games, and sadly right now I wish I was playing either Yakuza or Assassin's Creed right now. I'm not going to lie, but we're going to get through it. All right, we're almost done. That's the good news, is we're almost done with Cyberpunk, and we can move on to other stuff soon. Thank God. So, Cyberpunk on the first stream. If I remember correctly, I'm in the middle of a mission where you're trying to talk to the cop who's, like, screwed up in the head. He's depressed because I guess his friend died or whatever. And then after that, we've got the mission where it was that collective who keeps sending you these weird, like, chainmail messages and shit, and apparently there's missions for them we're going to check out. And we got the final Pan Am missions, where you finish up that. It's supposed to be like a friendship storyline. Outside of that, people were like, oh, there's 2 other mission lines, major friendship mission lines you missed. It's like, where the fuck are they? Where are they exactly? Because I'm near the end of the game and you tell me where the fuck they are. And again, that's the problem with this fucking game, is that there's too much content and most of it has no meaning or isn't meaningful at all. Like, why did you give me 47 side missions if only 10 of them are any kind of interest to anyone and the rest of them are just garbage? Right? They fucked it up. So, I don't know how to find these other meaningful side missions. You know, I just don't. I mean, if we can find them, great, but I don't know if we'll ever even find them. If we don't find them, fuck it. You know? I guess we'll see. But anyway, that's kind of what I'm focusing on today, because I know if I focus on the story, we'll just beat it. Like, people said there's like 3 hours of story left, that's it. So, we'll see what we can find today. Okay? Later tonight, I'm continuing with Assassin's Creed, and I'm happy about that because the last few streams we've been doing major story progress in the game. We finished up the London quest line, and now we're doing a quest line where we re-met with Sigurd, and we are, sand in my eye. We're trying to get some more allies, and we'll just continue on with that and see how it goes tonight. You know, it is entertaining. Now I'm dual wielding heavy weapons. I'm destroying everything in combat, just like completely beating the shit out of everything. It's pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. So, hopefully you guys will join me for that later tonight. Tomorrow, it's a continuation of Yakuza 7, which has been super fun recently because not only do we now got multiple new party members, but I just switched up everyone's jobs to try different things. So it's pretty cool to try out new jobs and level up new abilities. It gives some variety, refreshment to the game, and it's been pretty good. And we got a major plot coming up because I think, if I remember correctly, all that's left to do is to continue the plot at this point. So we are going to be continuing the plot tomorrow, okay? And then tomorrow night, more Call of Duty, and I'll be honest, I don't know how to feel about this. Monday night was not very good. I was hoping that Monday night's Call of Duty stream was going to be much better connections and less issues, and it was kind of the opposite. It wasn't until the last 30 minutes that I even had a good game. So I don't know what's going on with the servers in this fucking game, but man, have they declined in the last 2 weeks. I played the game for a month, and the servers were good, and then all of a sudden, the week before Christmas, the servers tanked, and everything was laggy, and now it continues to just be laggy. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? So I guess we're going to have to see what's going on tomorrow night. Hopefully it turns out to be better. I don't know. I was very disappointed with Monday night. Like I said, until the last 30 minutes. The last 30 minutes, the gameplay got good, but I ran out of time to play. So I guess we'll see what happens. And then Friday, more Cyberpunk. And at this point, I get the feeling we're almost done with Cyberpunk. Maybe 1 or 2 more streams after today, and we'll wrap it up. We'll see. But more Cyberpunk. And then Friday night, of course, my late night Street Fighter session, which I'm excited for. By the way, Friday is the 1st of January. The first day of 2021. You realize the first day of 2021, I'm playing Street Fighter. That's awesome. The first Street Fighter stream of the year, and I get to, you know, play old school stuff that I love and I'm good at on the first day of the year. It's very exciting. I hope you guys will join me for that stream on Friday night. And then the weekend, again, will just be a balance between Yakuza and Cyberpunk with either Assassin's Creed or, you know, Call of Duty as the late night stream. And it should be fun. I hope you'll join me for all of that. Now, once Cyberpunk wraps up, which looks like it may be this week, okay? I'm going to be starting up Immortals Phoenix Rising. Okay, this is a game that came out in early December, and most people didn't play it. I know, because a lot of people are like, oh, it's the best game of the year. No one played. No one talked about it. It's true. Like, it's very hard to find anyone who even knows much about the game. But apparently it plays like Zelda Breath of the Wild with a Greek mythology kind of plot line. And apparently it's got some really good writing, some interesting gameplay elements. And I missed out on it, and I'm excited for it. It's half price now. It's only $30. So I'll be checking that out after Cyberpunk ends. Thank goodness. Something different, right? Refreshing. And then, you know, later this month, I'm debating playing Hades, a game that a lot of people have said is a Game of the Year contender for 2020, and I completely missed out on it. I'm also going to be playing Hitman 3 when that releases in January. That's going to be an exciting... that's basically the first major new release of 2021. So that'll be cool. Play that on PS5. I'm sure it's going to run great. And then we'll just play it by ear. You know, I want to do my year-end series, but as I've told you guys many times, I can't do them until I wrap up the 3 major games I'm playing right now. You know, until I finish Cyberpunk, Yakuza, and Assassin's Creed, I don't feel I could really truly do year-end series, because how can I rank games I didn't finish, right? So I'm going to keep working on this. And keep focusing in on the stuff I'm doing, and hopefully make great progress so I can do my year-end series. You know, my best games of the year, as well as most disappointing games of the year countdowns. Okay? So that's kind of the idea for January. All right? Or at least early January, mid to mid-January. And then we'll see what happens. Maybe there'll be more time for more new games. Who knows? Right? Who knows? As I've said many times, I'll say it again. Divinity Original Sin 2 is happening. But it cannot happen until I wrap up these lengthy games. In particular, Yakuza being a very lengthy RPG. But I will also be trying to finish up the other lengthy games. And then once we do, then I will probably start up Divinity as a playthrough. Okay? Let me think. What else? Oh. So today is the 30th of December. Right? Obviously, December's going to be over soon. We head into January. My Christmas decorations will stay up for this week. All right? This week, even though it'll be January, I'm still going to keep them up just for this week. The Christmas animation will continue for this week. Just kind of have like a final week of festivities here on the streams. And then, at the, next week when I come after the break, it's going to go to very boring, generic animations. No decorations at all. Very boring. To start the year, we're going to start it very boring fashion. Nothing interesting. Nothing interesting at all. Nothing. No festivities. Remove all the fun stuff. Make it very plain. In fact, I'm going to remove everything. Oh, it's going to be me standing in front of a white background. That's going to be my new setup. Plain, vapid, empty white background. Yes. It's a good way to start the year with a clean slate, right? That's what I'll spin it. Say it's a clean slate behind me. Well, no, I'm kind of... I'll be honest. I've really enjoyed the past few months. Halloween, we had great decorations. Then the PS5 came out, and I had the PS5, stuff behind me. And then we had the Christmas decorations. I really liked doing that. I thought that because I have this space behind me now in my office, because I don't have the love seat anymore, I really enjoyed making good use of that. And now for January, it's like, what do I do for January? Like, nothing, right? What are you going to do for January? So I'm kind of disappointed. Like, man, I really liked decorating the office and having entertaining, interesting stuff on camera for the last 3+ months. And now I'm not going to have anything. Right? So it is what it is, I guess. Unless you guys have more ideas of what I could put behind me. Maybe what I could do. So I'll put the PS5 box back. And then every day, what I'll do is I'll put up a different box. Like, one day I'll have, like, the box for, like, a frying pan I bought. And one day I'll put up a coffee maker box. And one day I'll put the box for my vacuum. I'll just put different boxes behind me every day for no reason. For absolutely no reason. How about that? One day I'll put the PS4 box, and I can put Xbox 360 box. I think I still have an Xbox 360 box I can put behind me. Every day I'll just put a different box behind me for no reason at all. There you go. People will say, "Oh, Phil's finally got sponsors." Like, no, I didn't. I'm just being stupid. Okay. So anyway, we'll see what happens. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. This week is the final week for the Christmas stuff. Also, excuse me. If you haven't noticed, we lost a bunch of subs during my day off. This is not shocking or surprising. As I told you guys, the end of November, I got a couple sub bombs, and those sub bombs have now expired. So the subs are dipping, which is to be expected, okay? In the month of January, there will be a subscriber goal on the channel. If we hit the subscriber goal, I'm going to be doing a retrospective event for the first time in a year. Yes, it's been almost a year since the last retrospective, if you can believe it. It's a great time to do a new one. But I'm kind of waiting for the subs to expire because I figure, why rush it, right? You know, maybe I'll wait a couple of days. I don't know. I could just set it up the first day of January too, but I'm afraid if I do that and then the subs dip, then there'll be no way to realistically hit the sub goal. All right. I do know we got a ton of gifted subs this month to make the Christmas event happen. So, yeah, I don't really know. Well, wait a minute. Not the Christmas event. What am I talking about? Because the Christmas event was for November's goal. What the hell is the what was the sub goal for this month? Can't even remember. Anyone remember what the sub goal was for this month? I don't even remember anymore. I'm having a brain fart. This has been a crazy month. I can't even remember anything. Because it wasn't December, it was November was for Christmas. Right? And you guys nominated. What the hell was the sub goal for this month? A second Christmas? Oh, there was a second Christmas event. Oh, I see. We already did the retrospective, didn't we? Yeah, see, oh my God. This month is blowing my mind. We're doing the retrospective. We already hit the goal for it. We already hit the goal for it. What am I talking about? Oh my God. Dude, my brain is totally melted. I'm not even kidding you. I totally forgot that we hit the retrospective goal. Oh my God. I feel like an idiot. I've been talking about it for like a week saying, oh, we're going to have a sub goal in January for the retrospective event. We already hit the retrospective event goal, right? Oh my God. Oh. I seriously feel so stupid right now. I feel so dumb. All right. So here's the deal. All right. Now that my brain is caught up to fucking reality, because obviously I was lagging like an idiot, this weekend, I will set up the ability for you guys to nominate your favorite moments for the retrospective event. How about that? How about that? So yeah, well, let's wait, because usually I have some extra time on the weekends when my wife is at work at night to set up stuff like that. So that's what I'll do. I'll set up a poll. Excuse me. I'll set up a thread on my forums where you guys can nominate your favorite moments from my 12 years as a content creator on the internet. And yeah, what we'll do is we'll see what's nominated. The moments that are more nominated have a stronger chance to be watched. But yeah, the nominations thread is what I draw upon when I do these retrospective events. So that means the retrospective event will happen in January. Holy shit. See, wow. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, wait a minute. There's no way that we had a goal, a subs goal, for the Christmas event during the same month we did the Christmas event. That doesn't make sense. I always do it a month ahead of time. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm so stupid. Oh, my God. What a month it's been. What a month it's been, huh? All right, so, yes, here's what we'll do. Later this weekend, over the weekend, I'll set up the ability for you guys to nominate your favorite moments, and that'll get the retrospective event going. So then for January, what will the next event be? Well, I mean, might as well just go in proper order here. All right. We certainly haven't done a viewer's choice event in a long time. When you think about it, the last one we did was many, many months ago, and the winner was Divinity Original Sin 2, and the second place game we already played. So, likely what we'll do is a new Viewer's Choice event. Alright? And by the way, this time around, no lengthy RPGs will be eligible. I will completely negate that. There will be no RPGs available for this fucking thing. Just not going to happen. There's no fucking way I'm doing that. Alright? That's right, I did play the third place game too, didn't I? I played the second and third place games from the last Viewer's Choice, but not the first place because there was no way I could play Divinity when I was in the middle of an RPG and then started up a new RPG. That was the problem. Remember, we had Fire Emblem I had to finish. I finished it, and then Yakuza came out. So I knew I was going to have two lengthy RPGs. There was no way I could play Divinity. So Divinity will be played, and then we're going to have another Viewer's Choice that will not be RPG. Anything but RPG. I think anything else would work, honestly. So we'll see what happens. But yes, that's what we'll do. For the month of January, the subscriber goal will be Viewer's Choice, where if we hit the subscriber goal, you guys will be able to nominate and vote on a game. That'll be a full playthrough right here on the streams, just not an RPG, because I refuse. And no, the same games that you guys keep asking for, that I've told you a million times I'm not playing, will not be eligible. That means no Quiet Man, no Street Fighter V, no Code Vein, no Barbie Horse Adventures. You guys keep asking for the biggest nonsense. No, I'm not playing Among Us. Stop that. Stop it. Okay. So anyway, yes. Yes. This should be fun. No, play Scratch Nutty Adventure. Screw you. I can't believe you just said that on my stream. I'm incredibly incensed right now that you would even say that. How could you? How dare you? Anyway. Anyway. Alright, that's what we'll do. So, what we're going to do, let's see what happens on January 1st, which is this Friday. Let's see how we're doing on subs. If we get a big dip in subs, then maybe it makes sense to do it. To do the goal right away. Or maybe I should just wait. Maybe I should wait for the first week of January to pass. Because I know there was a ton of gifted subs early in January to make the Viewer's Choice event happen. Not Viewer's Choice. Oh my god. The retrospective event happen, right? So this is cool because I didn't even anticipate, but we're gonna do a retrospective event in January. That's cool. I haven't done one in so long. I'm actually really looking forward to that. I really enjoy the retrospective events. Alright, anyway, guys. So, that's the plans. Now, a few other quick things. Alright? If you like me, and you like my content, you like everything that's going on here on the streams, if you really did enjoy my 2020 stuff, and you support that, and you want to see it continue, crowdfunding is very appreciated around here, because I don't have any contract to exclusively stream anywhere where I get paid for it. I don't have any sponsorships. All right, I rely on crowdfunding from you guys to make ends meet. That's how I make my living. That's how I keep everything going around here. For 12 years, I've made content independently. Never shilled, never had to pull my punches, per se, when I said things about games. And I pride myself on that I am a truly, truthful, honest, independent content creator. You're never going to find me being the golden poster boy by one of these companies, getting everything for free, getting free promotion. Never. Never. I'm very happy about that I can do what I love and do it honestly. All right? Certainly, it's hurt me financially by being this kind of a person. But you guys have spoken and said, Phil, we like the content you put out because you're so unique as an individual, and we want to see that continue. So, thank you to those who support the streams. All right? How can you support the streams? If you cheer with bits, if you subscribe to the channel, if you gift a sub to the channel, or if you tip me. Those are the 4 main ways you can support the streams, and they all help me tremendously. I do have some other ways you can support by pledging to my Patreon or buying something off my Teespring store. That's why I run these plugs on the pre-streams so you can see those. And I appreciate those people who do those things as well, although it's certainly not as commonplace as people who contribute in the other ways, because the other ways are interactive on the stream, see? So, if you do any of those things, cheer, sub, gift a sub, tip, I'll give you a shout out during today's stream. Alright, as long as you're in line with the stream rules, you're not trying to be insulting and derail. It's my discretion what I say and do on my streams, but in general, I try to go out of my way to give a shout out to every single person who contributes to my streams. People actually thank me and say that's one of the things that makes me different and stand out from other content creators, is that I literally try to give a thank you shout out to every person who contributes, because I'm that grateful. You guys are the reason why I'm still here and I get to do what I love for a living, right? And I appreciate that. Now, in particular, tipping would help me more than anything right now. All right? Tipping is funds that I get right away to put towards important stuff. So thank you to anyone who tips me in advance. I appreciate that. Now, if you are a regular viewer, and if you are someone who's considering contributing to the streams, I have a couple recommendations to make. First of all, turn off your Twitch DMs. People will harass you if you are a regular or if you contribute. Why? Because they're no-life idiot losers, and they just do it to get a rise out of people. They know that if they harass people online and they can get away with it, they will. I personally have turned off my Twitch DMs to anyone that is anyone except on my friends list. You could do that too, or just turn them off in general. I'll tell you right now, Twitch DMs are mostly used by scammers and people to harass people. They're not really very useful otherwise. So I recommend you turn them off, okay? In addition, if you're considering tipping me today, which again is the best way to contribute, it helps me the most, please go the extra step and create a verified PayPal account. What does that mean? It means instead of just doing like an anonymous checkout with a credit card or something like that, you basically create a PayPal account that links to your real life information, your name, your address, your bank account, etc. By doing this, it verifies you're a real person, not trying to commit fraud when you tip me. It adds added protections for me, a content creator, so that I don't have to worry about, oh, this is someone trying to screw me over. Sadly, I do have people trying to screw me over on a daily basis. They impersonate other viewers. They put in these anonymous tips that are fake. And then I get charged back on the back end, and it costs me a lot of money and a lot of fucking grief, okay? It sucks when my livelihood is based on crowdfunding to get these fake contributions and then have to deal with the repercussions later. It really is a nightmare, okay? In the last couple of weeks since I've asked you guys to start creating verified accounts, many of you have, and it helps a ton. Because then I can just quickly say, look at my PayPal, I'm like, oh, verified, good. And we're good to go, and I can count it, and it's very positive. Versus, oh, it's an anonymous checkout. Who knows if this is real or not? It's a nightmare. All right, please, if you like the content and you want to support it long term, please create a verified PayPal account. All right. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. At one point, I may make it so that only people with fully verified PayPal accounts can tip me. All right. I think I have that ability. I'm not positive. I found an option that it looks like I may be able to do that, but if it continues to be as bad as it's been, then I may have to go that extra step. The thing is, with a verified PayPal account, that's your real info. So if you commit fraud and you try to charge it back later, you know, you don't have a leg to stand on. It's all your real info that could come after you. Versus anonymous checkout, of course, people could just buy a stolen credit card number and use that. And that's what they've been doing, screwing with me for 3 straight months. Yeah. Friendless, no, you did not find that option. I did. Because I think what it is, it doesn't actually say that. I think what it says is you can only accept a tip from someone who has a verified mailing address. Now, whether or not that means a verified PayPal account, I don't know. That's what I'm confused about. Mailing address implies they've mailed something to you, you know? And then you confirmed the account. So I don't actually know if that's the case or not. If that's what it is. It might or might not be. But the thing is, if the fake tips end up being as bad as they are and continue, I may just have to do that. You know? So if that's the case, then obviously tips are going to be very different. Because they're going to need a whole extra level of verification, you know? But in the long term, it may be worth it. I mean, I don't want to do that. I like the fact that if someone just likes my content, they can just, you know, try to support it right away without any hurdles. But, you know, with the amazing amount of fraud that's been going on here, there's not much I can really do about it, you know? Again, this is my job. This is my business. This is how I make my money, you know? If you walked into a restaurant, right? And you handed someone a bunch of counterfeit bills, and you caught that, you could immediately call the police and have them arrested. I don't have that ability, because everything over the internet is anonymous. Someone could literally come in here with counterfeit charges, and then after the fact screw me over, and I have no protection. It's bullshit. So it sucks. But by the way, if you create a verified PayPal account, no, I don't see your information, just to reiterate. Because some people say, oh, what if I get doxxed? You can't get doxxed. PayPal holds your info. You can't get doxxed because then you could sue them for $1 bajillion. I mean that. Like $1 bajillion. As a business, they're responsible for protecting your information. All right? So no worries there. Okay. So, I got a burp. Excuse me. That was absolutely disgusting. I apologize. But at least I warned you guys this time. So, all that being said, guys, thank you for your support. In advance of anyone contributing anything, I want to say thank you for even considering it. Obviously, I consider it going above and beyond being a stream viewer to contribute to my streams. Contributions are not mandatory on my streams. They're not expected on my streams. But you guys like the content enough that you support it and keep it going, and I really do appreciate that. Monday night stream was a mess because we had a lot of trolling and a lot of fake tips, and a lot of bullshit. Basically, I would really appreciate it if today we could make up for that, because basically Monday night stream was a wash, meaning I was trying to stream Call of Duty, and basically it was like a waste of time. Seriously, with the amount of trolling and shit that happened, it pretty much it was bad, real bad behind the scenes. To say it lightly, it was a shit show. Okay, so if we could make up for that tonight with first of all positivity, people not being fucking trolls, but also some contributions to make up for the fact that I made nothing Monday night, I really appreciate that. Okay. That being said, the last vest that I wore was the platinum vest. Yeah, it was the platinum vest I wore back on Monday. So today, the beige, the blue, the red, the gray, and the camo vest would all be eligible if we hit the tips goal for today, which is $100. So thank you in advance again, anyone who tips, and let's see if we can make it happen. Hopefully it'll help out from the shit that went down on Monday night. Okay. News-wise, I wish I had positive, fun gaming news to talk about. There is none. That lawsuit that we talked about was being rumored about suing CD Projekt Red is happening. They are getting sued by investors. Basically, investors saying, you misrepresented the game. We put money into the company thinking that the game was going to be what you promised, and it wasn't, and now we feel like we got screwed. Okay? So I guess what investors are saying is the stock price plummeted, so we lost all our money, yet you guys sold a bunch of games, so you made money. We want the money. I don't know how this lawsuit's going to go. I don't know about the legality of it, or if they even have a leg to stand on. When you invest, you're basically taking a gamble. You don't know what's going to happen, right? So they all gambled, believing in CD Projekt Red's ability to pump out a great game. They pump out a shiny turd, and everyone says, man, that turd tastes disgusting. I don't want to eat that turd. But then people, did buy it. It's a funny thing. Like, oh, man, that turd sucks. So the stock value plummets, but then everyone bought it anyway because they claim like 13 million copies were sold or something like that. So everyone literally has a shiny turd sitting on their mantelpiece right now that they're staring at and saying, man, that turd sucks. It's like, why'd you buy the turd then? Like me, I bought the game because I knew I was going to cover it for streams. Didn't matter if it was great or terrible. It was going to be an interesting situation no matter what, and it was going to give me content for my business. But why did you buy the game if you heard it was bad? It doesn't make sense to me. I don't get that. Very weird. Anyway, so they're getting sued. And I don't really know what's going to happen with that, honestly. I just don't. I don't know about the validity of this, if it's actually going to, go through or not. I guess we'll have to see. That's really the only news. There's like nothing going on in the realm of gaming news because it's the end of the year. I get the feeling we won't have any new or interesting game news for the next couple of weeks. The only thing is, I guess the PS Plus games for January were announced. It's a pretty interesting mix. I think you got Shadow of the Tomb Raider, right? Which, by the way, is not a bad game. I just didn't love it or anything. But I definitely, it's not a bad game by any means. It's for a free game, it ain't bad. And what are the other two? The other two were pretty interesting. Hold on, because my whole thing's screwing up here. What is going on here? What is with this? Work. Maneater. That's one of them. That's right, Maneater. So Maneater was kind of like this shockingly interesting game from like the summer. Or actually, it was before the summer, wasn't it? It was at a time when gaming was pretty dead, and basically what happened was Maneater came out. It's a game where you control a shark and you eat people, and you solve puzzles to eat people or whatever. And it was pretty interesting because I don't know if anyone would have played that game, except the fact that the pandemic hit and everyone was stuck at home. That was like the early days of the lockdowns and shit. And everyone's like, oh, well, what's this? And everyone kind of bought it. It made a lot of money. And like, wow, like who would have thought that people would have bought a game about playing a shark eating people? But apparently it did pretty well. And now it's going to be one of the free for PS Plus games this month. The other game is Greedfall. Now this game came out last year. And it was weird because the game kind of got some hype behind it. And then when it came out, a lot of people shat all over it. And then no one talked about it ever again. Yeah, it just kind of like vanished. Like I completely forgot the game even existed. At one point I was considering playing it, and then I remember just skipping it and everyone saying, wow, this game sucks, and I never played it. But if it's free for PS Plus, you know what I mean? Like Maneater, Greedfall, these are games that a lot of people probably skipped. And so it'll be your first exposure to those games. It's free. For PS Plus sub, it's free. You know, why wouldn't you at least maybe give it a try? And Shadow of the Tomb Raider is a pretty good game. So those are pretty solid free games for PS Plus this month. So that should be pretty good. All right. Will I play them? Probably not Greedfall. Maybe I'll get Maneater just to fuck around this month. Something different for the variety of the streams. Maybe I will give it a shot. I don't know. Okay. Jay Buller says Maneater is okay, but it's shorty. You mean it's short? It's a short game. Well, I mean, it makes sense that it would be free on PS Plus then, right? Okay, so that's really the game news. There's really nothing else to talk about. Let's just get to shout-outs, I guess. All right, let's get to shout-outs to answer your questions. I know you guys probably have some burning questions for me here. Obviously, there's so much going on. You have many questions for me. You demand answers, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here to be Mr. Answers. All right, I can't leave your inquisitive minds unsatiated this morning. Okay. All right, sounds good. Let's get to the shout-outs. Let's see here what we've got. I gotta wake up. I don't know what's going on. I feel so tired. The last 2 days. So here's what happened. I forgot to talk about this. You know, sometimes when you sleep, all right, if you sleep and you end up having your mouth open up when you're asleep, you wake up and you feel terrible. Well, that's what happened to me Monday night. When I fell asleep, my mouth was half open, and especially with the heat on in the house, you know, constantly pumping because it's very cold here now. It's the winter, it's cold, so the heat's on a lot. Overnight in particular, it gets very cold. And basically, I woke up, and my throat was killing me yesterday from the dry air. My mouth was like a desert. My throat was swollen and in pain. And I drank tea. I tried like everything during the course of the day. All right. And finally, I'd say probably by the end of yesterday, it was finally starting to feel kind of normal. But man, did it suck. And this happens every winter. Whenever I fall asleep, my mouth is open. I wake up, I'm like, oh my God, I feel disgusting. Right? It's terrible. So I've been feeling kind of run down because of this. And I woke up this morning and my throat is feeling kind of better, but my nose is all dried out. My whole nose, my nostrils inside are like dry. Like, oh God, this fucking dry heat. You know, it's needed to keep you stay warm, but the trade-off is just fucking sucks. And I used to have a humidifier, but I haven't used it because the humidifiers, they're a pain in the ass. They build up all kinds of fucking mold and shit. You gotta clean it like twice a week. You gotta wipe the whole fucking thing down and scrub it and use a Q-tip. It's fucking stupid. Oh my God. I'm so frustrated. Complaining about everything today. I'm like an old crotchety man. My balls are hanging down to my knees. They're clacking together. I've had enough of this. Just sitting here bitching about everything today. I'm very upset. But the world sucks. Fuck this. I'm just kidding. I'm complaining about stupid stuff that really isn't that big of a deal. I hope I don't come off as an old crotchety man. I'm just kind of venting to you guys about nonsense. So, anyway, yeah. So I've been feeling kind of crabby. I'm kind of tired this morning. Like, what I'm hoping is I can get eventually I can get a solid night's rest despite the heat and not wake up and feel shitty, But I guess we'll see what happens this week. Okay. All right. Very crotchety. All right, so let's start off with some shout-outs here. We got Golden Colts, of course, and he had to ask some questions, completely random stuff. You knew this was coming. So Golden Colts cheer, and he said, restaurant food tastes disgusting because of vegetable oil. What? Restaurant food tastes disgusting? No, I don't agree there. He says, why don't food service places use proper cooking oils like lard, tallow, olive oil, or where it's at, but soybean, corn, cottonseed, and canola are toxic and inedible? I do like olive oil. I agree there. I think olive oil is quite good. But I don't ever cook with lard or tallow. Like, I remember when I was a kid, when my mom would bake stuff, she would use Crisco, which is animal fat, right? And she would use that for baking purposes. But pretty much everything that we cook here, we either use olive oil or canola oil or stuff like that. Like, we don't use animal fat. I mean, holy shit. Like, America's not fat enough. Now let's all just start sucking down some tallow. That sounds great. Why not just put it into one of those tubes that you squirt icing out of? What do they call that? A frosting tube or whatever, or a piping tube. Why not just squirt the animal fat into your mouth? Yeah. Oh man, yummy. Why not? We're not fat enough here in America. Let's just kick it up a notch, right? Then Golden Colts cheered again, and he said, why do flavor packets and instant noodles taste better than chicken and beef stock, bouillon cubes, or liquid? Not only are they closer to an authentic broth flavor, they mix much faster and more completely than stock cubes. Why don't they sell big boxes of noodle flavor packets? Well, there you go. Now we got an idea. So in one hand, you'll have a tube full of animal lard. And the other hand, you've got a whole container, like a jar full of noodle dust. And as you squirt the animal lard into your mouth and you just shake the noodle dust into the animal lard. And you just, that's the American cuisine right there. Oh, yeah. Now you're living. Now you're talking, dude. Come on. What the hell is going on, Golden Colts? What are you talking about, dude? What are you talking about today? Good old American comfort food. It sounds disgusting, but they deep fry Oreos here in America. So it's not so far off, I don't think. It's pretty close. Golden Colts cheered again. He said, are you ready for the end of the stupid 2020? What are you planning to serve your guests and loved ones for your New Year's Eve dinner? I'm having fried calamari with a nice wine. Thanks for read all my cheers. You're the GOAT. Well, let me think about this. New Year's Eve is tomorrow. What are we doing tomorrow? I think tomorrow we're having turkey tacos. I think we're having a good variety of foods this week. I think today we're having baked chicken. Tomorrow we're having turkey tacos. Friday, I think we're going to have tuna casserole. Saturday, I don't remember what we're doing Saturday. I can't remember. I know one day we're going to have lasagna. Because we wanted to have lasagna like 2 weeks ago, and I forgot to buy it. I went grocery shopping, and I forgot to buy it. And oops. So we didn't have it, and I'm craving lasagna. We're going to have some lasagna one day. And then on Monday, we're doing our Italian... That's right. On Monday, we're doing our Italian bake, which is rigatoni with tomatoes and parsley and cheese and meatballs. I can't wait for that. We're doing good stuff. No, we're not doing beef bowls again, Polish Frog, only because there's no reason to do the same thing back to back. We feel like if we had the same food back to back, it would lose its impact. And we actually really liked the beef bowl so much this last week. We're definitely going to do it again. We added it to our rotation of stuff we're going to be doing, but we're not doing it right away. Oh my God, excuse me. Come on. That's disgusting. I'm sorry, guys. All right, continuing on, Christian did a 100-bit cheer. And he says he's my biggest simp. Well, Christian, just so you know, pretty soon, to say that you're gonna ban yourself. That word will no longer be allowed come January here on Twitch. So if you say that, you know, in January, you're done. You're actually going to get permanently banned from the site for saying that word. It's against terms of service. I'm not kidding either. So I hope that you understand you can't say that anymore. You got to get that out of your system now. But you are not. You're absolutely not. Don't put yourself down like that. I appreciate your 100-bit cheer. Thank you for that. Okay. Uzi Gohard is here, and he cheers. Say, hey, Phil in chat. What's going on, Uzi? Good to see you, dude. Hopefully you're doing well. Happy holidays. I hope you had a good holiday. Christian cheered again. And now he claims he's homeless, so I'm just going to ignore what he's saying because he's being stupid. Coral Guy has resubscribed for 46 months. 46 months, Coral Guy. Thank you, sir. Almost 4 years of support. It's good to see you from time to time and have you around. He says the following. Happy holidays to Phil and all the regulars in chat. 2020 has mostly been a dumpster fire, but it's been nice to be here and catch a stream every once in a while. Coral Guy out. All right, Coral Guy. Thank you. Happy holidays to you as well. Thank you for the ongoing support. Retro Jim cheered. He says you have Grubhub Plus. No, actually, I don't use Grubhub. I use Uber Eats and DoorDash are the two that I have that I've used on and off. It's weird because for some odd reason, not every restaurant is under each one. Like some of them are only under one. Some of them are under multiple. And then some of them have like a partnership where if you join the premium subscription service, you'll save money. And I found that in the pandemic, for sure, it's definitely beneficial to pick one of the delivery services where most of the restaurants you like are under it, and then do the subscription service, because they'll charge you like $10 a month, but immediately their first 2 orders you'll already save that much money, because they charge like anywhere from $6 to $10 in fees and delivery charges each time you order. And if you get the thing that's $10 a month or whatever, you already saved that money. You see? So there you go. But anyway, no, I've never used Grubhub Plus at all. Never. I've ordered a few times from Grubhub, but that was back when I lived in Connecticut, and that was before they even delivered. That was when you ordered and you would just order online, right? I'm trying to remember now. Actually, now I have no recollection of how it even worked. I don't remember if you had to go pick it up or not. I have no recollection. It was a long time ago. We're talking like 7-8 years ago. So. All right. The Paradox 988 has subscribed for 18 months. Thank you, Paradox, for 18 months of support. I appreciate that. Lizaversol did a 510-bit cheer. He said, glad you decided to drop Sin Divided 3 and start an impromptu Elder Scrolls Oblivion playthrough today. I did not do that. We are still playing Divinity Original Sin 2. Okay? Lizaversol just likes to make stuff up. Just like he said he was going to be in a King of Christmas tournament. And instead, he ended up being in the Queen of Hanukkah tournament. It's very different. His ass got burnt by the menorah. And that's why he failed. He was eliminated. But anyway. Let's continue here. Angelo Bestia subscribed for 6 months. Said 6 months. With a bunch of different O's. Thank you. Angelo Bestia for the channel support. I appreciate that. Retro Jim cheered. So you get a cat tree thing to put behind you so Jasper can have a place to sit. We do have a cat tree. It's very large, though. There's no way I'd be able to get it up here and in here and put it behind me in the office. And it's funny because Jasper doesn't use it that much. If there's like a bird outside or something that gets his attention, he wants to see up higher, he'll climb it. But outside of that, he barely uses it. Everything that in the house you would think a cat would love, he barely uses. He likes the simple stuff. You get him a little twisty thing from a bag at a supermarket, and he'll chase it around the house for 5 hours. But God forbid you get something that's like an established cat toy, he won't go near it. That's how he is. He's a weird cat. Liza Soul cheered again, 510 bits. He says, can you please try out Prince of Persia Remake coming out next month? Remember playing that one? It's a sequel. That's right. I forgot about it. Yeah, I'll play it. I totally forgot that was coming out. I'll play the Prince of Persia remake in January. Absolutely, I will. Yes. Thank you for reminding me that it's coming out. I totally forgot that it's even coming out. Westside Phil cheers. You should put a scratching post in the office for Jasper. He would not use it because he doesn't have front claws. I told you when we rescued him, he was front declawed. And that was actually one of the reasons why apparently he had been at the shelter as long as he had been. Because they're like, here's this perfectly healthy cat. He's cute, friendly. Why is he here? Does he have something wrong with him? No problems in his medical history. Well, then why is he here? Oh, because he's front declawed. And most people these days don't want to have a declawed cat around. They like to have a natural cat, especially if it's a cat that maybe they want to have like be an indoor cat. And so he had been there for several months because people just didn't want a declawed cat. I was like, that's really sad, man. That's super sad. And that's one of the reasons why we adopted him. Because we knew that it would work out for us. We would be able to protect him. I mean, obviously we need to keep him indoors at all times. He can't defend himself. He has no front claws. But, you know, we took on that responsibility. So there you go. Let's see here. Lives vs. Soul cheered again, 245 bits. He says, if it wins a poll, would Leisure Suit Larry be nominated? Absolutely not. I'd be banned from Twitch. Any of those adult-oriented games, you get banned from Twitch if you play them. Anything that has nudity and shit in it, right? Strong sexual content. I'm pretty sure Leisure Suit Larry is like that. I don't know. I never played one. That's what I always understood when I was a kid, that it was like the adult-oriented games with sex and shit in it. So, no, I can't play that. I get in trouble. Mr. Jackson 2002 has tipped me $5, says, what's up? Well, what is up, Mr. Jackson? Thank you very much for the tip. Hold on, I screwed up. There we go. Thank you, Mr. Jackson, for the $5 tip to get tipping started today. I appreciate that. Happy holidays to you. I hope you're doing well. And it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while, actually. Thank you, Mr. Jackson. Westside Phil cheers. Have you and Kat started making your Valentine's Day plans? Yeah, the plans are that we're probably not doing anything because of the pandemic 2 years in a row. Because that was what happened last year. If you remember, the pandemic had just started to break out and things started to happen. And it screwed everything up. And it pretty much the same this year. Just like this year, sadly, for our anniversary in April, we're probably doing nothing. It's another year of nothing. Sucks. We want things to get back to normal, but it's not looking too good right now. Let's see here. Jethro, man. Okay, I'm just kidding. I didn't really fall asleep. Jethro's main cheered. He says, Phil, the reason why you're tired is because you never get any exercise. You can't keep going that way. Funny you say that. I got a lot of exercise yesterday. Even though sometimes my day off is a very busy day where I'm running around constantly doing a bunch of stuff, it's a lot of physical activity. So I worked out, moved my body a lot yesterday. Burned a lot of calories for sure. So that's honestly, even though it's a very tiring day, it's probably a good day for me when my day's off, because I do actually get a lot of physical activity instead of sitting on my fat ass playing games all day, right? If anything, the one reason I'm not way worse off than I am is because I don't snack unhealthily. As you guys notice, when I'm playing games, I'm never eating, and I don't snack between meals. I have like two meals a day, and that's it. No snacks, you know what I mean? So because of that, I'm able to not pack on like giant pounds and become grossly overweight, because my lifestyle is very sedentary. If I did that, if I snacked and shit, I'd probably be a fat ass, very unhealthy. But luckily, I don't do that. So because of that, I'm able to at least maintain the semblance of a regular human body. Okay. Retro Jim Cheery says, have you and Kat thought about doing yoga? It's great couples. A great couples activity. No. I don't think so. Lives were sold at a 510-bit cheers. You should go to Starbucks and get one of their prepackaged grilled cheeses. I have them for breakfast almost every day. First of all, the fact that you would buy a prepackaged grilled cheese is kind of disturbing. When making grilled cheese is pretty easy. Number two, anything at Starbucks is incredibly overexpensive. So the fact that you're essentially admitting to the stream that you're going to Starbucks and bulk buying prepackaged grilled cheeses, right? That's I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure there's many better things you could get. And plus, grilled cheese is very unhealthy. Tons of calories, fat, butter that's in that thing. I can't stop yawning. What is going on? Oh, I didn't have any caffeine today. That's right. Oh, that's right. Now it makes sense. Oh my god. I'm wondering why am I so tired today? Because I'm continuing my caffeine detox. You know, remember every day I was having coffee in the morning, and now I'm not doing that anymore. So that's why I'm so tired. Now it makes sense. It's like everything's dawning on me today. It's like you already hit the subs goal to do the retrospective event. You're tired because you're not drinking coffee anymore. Duh. It's all dawning on me now. Well, that makes sense. And probably I'm going to be like this if I continue the caffeine detox. I'll probably end up being like this for like another week until my body naturally shifts to the fact that I'm not drinking caffeine anymore, and then it's going to, not make me so tired anymore, So, okay, that makes sense now. Anyway, Richard Link said, would you do 25 body weight only squats on stream for $25 from a confirmed PayPal? No, I don't know what the hell that means. Dollboss here, he says, don't forget your best trait is modesty. That's correct. My best trait, I have many great traits. Let's face it. I'm probably one of the better humans on earth. But one of my best traits is my ability to not pat myself on the back. I never take credit for anything. I never praise myself. In fact, I'm very self-deprecating here on stream. So of all the amazing things that you could see here, and laundry list of things, I mean, if you just took the list of things that's great about me and you unrolled it, it would be like a mummy wrap. It would be like rolling across the floor like a red carpet, so long. But out of all those things, modesty's got to be near the top of the list. Anyway, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dalboth, for the cheer. I appreciate that. Sir Ben Sinto cheer. He says, what's a dumb thing you and Kat have fought about? A dumb thing we fought about. Okay, you want to know the truth? Sometimes I have like running jokes, and I'll do the running joke too much, and she'll get angry at me, and she'll be like, I'm so tired of this joke that you keep making that you need to now, I've banned comedy. You can't make a joke for today. I'd be like, what? No, that's not allowed. You can't ban comedy. It's bullshit. No. And she's like, no, you've already reached your joke quota. You told this joke way too many times. I've had enough of your bullshit. So now you have to stop telling jokes. And I'd be like, how dare you? Of course, it's all fun. We're just joking with each other. It's not serious. It's nothing serious. This is a way that we razz each other. Okay? Okay. Play Divinity Original Sin 2 said, we have that issue too. Like the full screen joke that you run into the ground. The full screen joke that I ran into the ground. No, I didn't run it into the ground. In fact, it's still fresh and new, and I'm going to keep doing it, so you better get used to it. Jerk. Okay. Let's see here. Retro Jim cheered. He says, do you think Twitch does enough to support streamers who are largely sedentary to be healthy? I don't think it's Twitch's responsibility to do anything for gamers who are largely sedentary to be healthy at all. It's the streamer's responsibility. Right? That's like saying, if you have a job, right, where you just sit at a desk all day, is it really the job's fault if you become unhealthy from just sitting at a desk all day? No. Excuse me. And the other thing is that I'm not a contracted employee with Twitch at all. It's not like, for example, that I'm not hired by Twitch. I'm not an employee with a salary or anything. I am independent. It's my choice to actively work with Twitch and become a partner and bring in revenue from things like cheers to subs. So it's not Twitch has zero responsibility to do anything. All right, zero. Sir Ben Jacinto did a 100-bit cheer. He says, how did you and Kat meet? It was actually pretty unique. So what happened was one day I was robbing a bank. And at the same time that I was robbing the bank, she was robbing the same bank. Tell me how many times that happens. That two completely unrelated people are robbing the same bank at the same time. Right? Now, it just so happens she had a good getaway car lined up. So I said, you know what? Maybe I'll just drop my plans, and I'm going to jump along with this ride, see what happens. And the rest is history. We've been together since. It's pretty amazing. So there you go. Okay. All right. Let's do some shout-outs. Let's do some shout-outs, guys. Thank you to the following people who've cheered so far this week. I appreciate your support here on the channel. I really do. And I screwed up. Oh, there we go. In 10th place, we got Dalbath. In 9th place, Serpent of E. In 8th place, it's actually a tie for 7th between Local Nomad and Chill Positive Frog. In 6th place, Golden Colts. 5th place, Sir Spartan King. In 4th place, it's an in-star room. In 3rd place, Christian L045. In 2nd place, Retro Jim. And in 1st place, by far, by a large margin, I'm appreciative of your cheers so far this week, Liza for Soul. Thank you, Liza for Soul, for the support. Now, also, people who gifted subscriptions to the channel this week, we've got Big D's, who gifted a single sub. We've got Lunaba, who gifted 2 subscriptions. And we've got Shell Ryukin, who gifted 5 subscriptions so far this week. Thank you, guys, very, very much for the support. I appreciate that very much. And thank you in advance. To anyone else who's planning on contributing so far today, I really appreciate that. Again, the best way to contribute today's tips, and I appreciate people who tip me. Please make a verified account if you're going to tip me. That saves me the pain and suffering of getting fake tips and all that bullshit, live tip auditing and everything. All right, so please tip me if you can. Hopefully today we can make the tips goal to help make up for Monday night, because Monday night was a shit show with trolling. It was out the butt. So hopefully we can make up for that. Okay, guys? All right. All right, so outside of that, that's it, I think. Unless anyone else has a last-minute thing to talk about, we'll take a short break here. And when I come back, it's Cyberpunk. Like I said, today, trying to finish up any meaningful side content before we head into the story finale. Today will be like side content focus to see what's left. Okay? Yes, you are here, beautiful butterfly. That's correct. Congratulations. Excuse me. All right, are we good? Are we good? All right, I hope so. All right, guys, thank you. I shall return in just a moment with Cyberpunk. In the meantime, get a drink or a snack, use the restroom yourself, which is what I'll be doing. Do whatever you need to do, and I shall return shortly with good stuff, all right? All right. Thank you very much. I'll see you in a bit. What the hell?